Okay, so this is our video explanation of what we did for the project. Let me share the screen. We have this case study. We have this case study which is called the Sweet Distribution Network, which talks about a Mexican company that operates here in the country that produces three types of products and has over 800 customers. I'm not going to talk about all of the details because it's in the PDF. Um, we have all of these are all of the customers. We have the distribution centers and the production plants as well. Here we can see the plants, the distribution centers, and we needed to create first a model which will solve, which will explain and solve the network, the actual network and distribution channel of this company. And we need to give a possible solution with any software that we wanted. So the first part for the for the model we have for the model we have all of these variables, which are a lot, with the model and the the case study gave us three different Excels, one which within the facilities where it explains all of the 8 distribution centers or the production distribution centers, where it says what product it will distribute or produce with their size, with their employees, with the capacity, which is important, which is explained on the variables in the model, the handling costs for both for all of the distribution centers and production, and which is per kilogram. We have another Excel. Sorry. And we have an Excel for the demand of all of the 800 customers, and the company has, for the three products, has 6 time periods, which needs to fulfill the demand. And for example, for customer one, it is located at this. For product, for the first product, let's say, I think it's chocolate. For the first period, it asks 0 kilograms, blah, blah. Only for the sixth period, it asks 10.8 kilograms of the first product. We have product B, product C for all of the 800 customers. Now, what was tricky about this is that we don't have a specific distribution cost. The case doesn't give us a distribution cost, and we don't have the distances between all of we don't have the distances between all of these distribution centers and production centers within all of the customers. But we have an Excel which gave us all of the 800 distances with their latitude and longitude coordinates. So my team, well, me, I I investigated and I found this formula called Harbo something. Harbo. Sorry. It's in here. Habersin, which is this one, and it actually was a lot of work because we had to change because, well, here we have latitude and longitude of all customers, but the postal codes of the distribution centers was not in latitude and longitude, and the formula requires this too. So I had to go to Google Maps change these zip codes into latitude and longitude, and with this formula, it gave us the distance. For example, this is the distance from the first customer. So the first customer is located at this one, at this place. This is the distance becomes the first customer, and let me see, and the first 54, 870, the first customer within the first distribution center, which produces chocolate, which has this country product. So overall, this was like the most work overall because we had all of the 800 customers within all of the distribution centers, but as well, we needed to know the distances between all of these centers, all of these 8 centers within each other. So that's another 64, 64 distances. This was important because the company needs to know if it is using the correct network channel, it is using the correct network channel, and if any of the distribution centers is doing not is que algunos de los centros de distribución se están haciendo flojos y realmente no funcionarían. So for our programs, these are all of the distances. For example, CI was the customers for the plants. So the distances, I believe, is yes, we find them here. And for our results, we actually got some results that, but we don't understand it correctly. It throws weird stuff, and we actually do not have a final answer for this case study, but okay, but whatever. And finally, let me go. Nope. Finally, for the possible transportation cost, I investigated, and here in Mexico, there is a theoretical cost that of 2.5 pesos per kilometer, and but since the units are on weight, we also needed a cost for the weight, and I found another 2.5 pesos theoretically speaking. So theoretically speaking, and concluding, the cost will be 5 pesos for each of the kilogrammers for the demand per per each of the thousands of kilometers. And this way, we could we could have found out which distribution centers are not in use, which are using, which are the best, the most efficient ones, the total production cost. But as I said, we didn't understand our results. So I think that covers practically most of it.